Thanks for joining me. This is Dr. Theodore Sees with Rockford Family Eyecare. If you've been following along with us, this is our fourth video in our series about dry eye disease. Now, in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the treatments of dry eye disease. Now, there are a lot of options out there when it comes to treating dry eyes. One of the main things that doctors prescribe are over-the-counter artificial tears. Now, artificial tears over the counter work really well. However, they only really act like a Band-Aid. They don't actually fix the problem of dry eye disease. Now, and then also artificial tears, there's so many options out there. There's gels, there's suspensions, there's ointments, and it gets a little overwhelming. Now, what type of dry eye disease that you have determines what type of drop that you should be using. There's other drops out there called Restasis or steroids or immunosuppressant drops that work really well too. However, this drop requires a prescription from a doctor, and there can be some side effects with some of these drops, which is why it needs to be closely monitored by a doctor. There's also drops that you can get that are formulated from your own blood. What they do is they draw some blood, and then they package that blood after it's been separated, and they package it in some preservative-free saline, and they package it in little tiny vials for single-use applications. So there's a lot of options when it comes to drops out there. But once again, it's a little overwhelming, as not all dry eye disease is the same. What works for one person doesn't necessarily work for the next. That's where we come in, and we can kind of determine what type of dry eye disease that you have, so then we can kind of guide you in the right direction of what would be your best form of treatment. Follow us for our next video where we talk about the other forms of treatments for dry eye disease. If you want to follow us on Facebook, you can find a little bit more information there, or you can visit us at www.rockfordfamilyeyecare.net.